Delicious.
Good morning, Tom Spellman here with Dave Wilson Nursery. It's a late December morning here in the Central Valley. We had some rain, it's cool, and we're right in the middle of harvesting trees. We're starting to ship material out now, so now's when you really want to start to look for your specialty items in the retail nurseries, because they're going to be stocked up and ready to roll in about a week or 2 weeks. They're going to have all the varieties, all the selections, and that's when you want to go and make your choice. You can see that bare root tree and you can choose the varieties that you want while they're still available. What a lot of people don't understand is that a lot of the items that we grow, a lot of the specialty items that we grow, are only sold in limited quantities through retail nurseries. So some of these items, they may only have 5 trees or 10 trees of, and they can be sold out on some of these varieties within a month. So the earlier you start making your choices, the better the selection's going to be and the better availability of trees. So get out and look quick. We're starting to dig some of our shade trees now. These trees behind me are sycamores and elms and chatalpas and some of the items that we sell for shade trees. So we're pretty much wrapped up on digging fruit, and we're going to start shipping like crazy. And another 3 or 4 days, and we'll probably have most of our shade trees out of the ground as well. As the trees come out of the ground, the crew picks them up and loads them onto the trailer to make the trip down to the grading barn. That's where they'll be sized, they'll be looked at for quality, and they'll be bundled into bundles of 5 each. This is the busiest place in the nursery right now. This is one of our grading barns. As we dig material out of the field, it's brought into the grading barn and graded for caliper size, graded for quality. So we get everything separated here, get it all bundled back up into manageable bundles of 5 and move it back out into the healing beds. From there, it's assembled for deliveries and moves out. But every tree has to be individually handled. Every tree has to be looked at to make sure that the quality we want is there, the sizes are correct. So you can be assured that when you receive your delivery, you're going to get what you order. As we're working through our harvest season, we're also beginning to ship trees. So the guys here are assembling some Jujube trees right now for a big commercial order that's going to go out today. Jujubes have been red hot. Both the commercial market has really picked up on them as a farmer's market or grocery store type fruit, and the backyard growers love them. They produce a good, reliable crop every year. There's some really nice, large fruiting, self-fruitful varieties. This one happens to be Jujube Lee, which is to date the most popular commercial variety. Big fruit, nice and sweet, crunchy like a kind of a nutty apple flavor when they're first ripening on the tree. And the interesting thing about jujubes, you could actually take some jujube fruit, set it on your kitchen counter, and come back in a year and it would still be good. It doesn't spoil. So jujubes are very healthy. They've got lots of vitamins and minerals. You should consider one for your backyard. This is some nice 2-year peach stock, and these are on Nemagard rootstock, which is the most popular rootstock for peaches if you're using it under a desert condition or a low chill condition. Nemagard has real adaptability to all different soil types, and it'll create a tree that's going to be about 15 to 20 feet tall. Again, easily managed through backyard orchard culture to any desired size. So if you want to keep it 8, you want to keep it 10, you want to keep it 12, summer pruning is your friend. This variety happens to be Galaxy, which is one of my favorites. It's a early season donut style or saucer style peach, so it has that nice flat shape to it and a really nice crunchy white flesh. Delicious variety. The row behind me here is all plum varieties and plum interspecifics. So those are hybrids between plum and another fruit, such as a pluot, which is a plum apricot hybrid. And now our new selections of what we call plueri, which are plum cherry hybrids. I'll tell you, we've got some varieties that are ripe from as early as May and as late as September. The fruit is absolutely delicious. My favorite variety to date is one we call Sweet Tree, and it's super adaptable. I've seen it in the desert, I've seen it on the coast, Southern California, Northern California. I've seen it growing in some of the colder climates in Idaho, and they seem to do really, really well everywhere they go. The fruit's nice and small and intensely flavored, just absolutely delicious. These are some of our multi-budded trees. These happen to be multiple budded cherries. And a couple of things that we do that most nurseries don't do. We color code everything on these. We color code each one of the grafts. So when you see a white code, you know that's the variety for cherry lapins. When you see the red code, that's the indicator for cherry Bing. The orange code is cherry Van. So if you were to lose the tags on this tree, you'd still be able to identify the varieties by the paint code. We also put a code on the rootstock. The blue code here indicates that these are 3-in-1s. There's 3 varieties grafted into one tree. Nice thing about these, pollinators built right in. You've got early to mid or later season fruit here, so you're going to get a little bit of fruit over an extended period of time. The perfect plants for backyard orchard culture. These are some of our genetic dwarfs. They're peach varieties, nectarine varieties that are dwarf within themselves. And when I say genetic dwarf, don't get confused. They're not genetically modified. They're old-fashioned hybrids. They're done the way that we've done all of our crosses over the years, with pollinating from one flower to another, tracking those crosses, growing out the selections, and choosing the best of the best. So they're just an old-fashioned hybrid. The fruit quality has changed over the years. There's some really wonderful varieties out there now. And since these are dwarf within themselves, we can bud them onto a standard rootstock that's adaptable to all different types of climates and still grow a good quality tree that's only going to be 5 or 6 feet and give you a great peach or nectarine. So here we are down at our loading dock. Dave Wilson Nursery built this nice facility a couple of years ago for shipping and loading. It's covered, we can load in the rain. This is the last stage. This is where we get trees on trucks and move them out to our final destinations. We're loading 15, 16, 18 trucks a day, and the material's rolling. So get ready for trees, because here they come.